Good morning, everyone. I'm Georgette Perez, and it is truly my pleasure to welcome all of you to our 2017-18 Student Government Association Induction Ceremony. It's a wonderful day for us at the North Campus. You all look extremely sharp. I see many of our students, both the outgoing board as well as the soon-to-be newly inducted board, as well as I see family members, see moms and dads and other guests, our faculty, our staff, and of course, the rest of our student body. So I want to welcome all of you to our induction ceremony this morning. Also want to do a special welcome to the Honorable Oscar Braden II from our Florida Senate, who will be formally introduced later in the program. Thank you so much for being here. At this time, will you please stand for the presentation of the colors by our Miami-Dade College School of Justice Florida Law Enforcement Academy Honor Guard. Will then be followed, remain standing for our Pledge of Allegiance by our outgoing SGA Secretary, Ms. Woodleen DeSaugust, and then our national anthem that will be performed by one of our student ambassadors, Mr. Javier Cosme.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you.
Honor Guard, please retire the colors. You may be seated. Thank you. And let's give them another round of applause for that wonderful performance of Mr. Cosme of our national anthem. So today is truly a very exciting day. We see our student leadership being inducted as they get ready to face on the campus leadership representing the student body. And as we officially pass the gavel, if you will, from our outgoing Student Government Association leadership and executive board, who I have to say did a fantastic job. It is with great excitement that we look on to what this new year is going to bring. So this today really marks the beginning of that. And I know all of you are very excited and looking very sharp, as I mentioned earlier. And I know that today marks the beginning of that new chapter. So at this time, I would like to welcome to the podium our wonderful campus president, Dr. Malou Harrison, to share some remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Perez, and good morning. It is certainly a pleasure to welcome each and every one of you here today for this induction ceremony. And as I look out into the audience as well, I am truly pleased to see so many students, faculty, staff, and family members here to cheer on the new 2017-2018 Executive Board. Before we go any further, I'd like to give a special vote of appreciation to the outgoing board. And I see some of you here. I see our SGA outgoing president. Would you stand up, Alex? As well as your e-board members. E-board, stand, please. And I have to say that under Alex's leadership and with the cooperation and collaboration of the e-board of the 2016-17 SGA, you have done exemplary work. Not only have you contributed to the campus in many, many significant ways, you've also helped the full statewide Student Government Association, as well as our colleges in advocacy on issues that are very important to the college, and more importantly, more important to our students. So thank you for your leadership, Alex, Woodleen, and the entire executive board that is outgoing. And you have certainly left very big shoes for our incoming board to fill. And I wanted to take a moment to thank you for that. In terms of our incoming board, I want to wish you well. And I also want you to remember at all times, and I know that you will, I'm preaching to the choir, that you will uphold your office with integrity, that you will put the student body first, even before you put yourselves first, because you have been elected to serve. And with election, that comes great, great responsibility. We have 50,000 students at this campus, and you've been duly elected. So I know that you will represent the SGA very well. I know that you will represent the entire student body extremely well, and I know that you will represent Miami-Dade College and its North Campus in a fashion that is truly, truly representative of good leadership, integrity, honesty, and service. And I'm looking forward to the fruits of your service and your leadership this year, as is the entire student body. You have many people watching you, but you also have many of us alongside you to help you and support you in all of your endeavors. And I look forward to meeting with you and hearing more about what you plan as an e-board to pursue on behalf of the student body of the North Campus this year. Let's give our SGA e-board a round of applause. They are soon to be inducted. Miami-Dade College is one college, and I know that we have students here from other campuses joining us here today. And I'd like to recognize the students from any other campus. I see West Campus here with us today. Thank you so much for being with us. And we truly are one college moving forward on one foot. And I'm very proud to be associated with such a robust college, and particularly such a robust student body. I'd also like to recognize Ms. Victoria Hernandez, Director of Governmental Affairs for the college, who's here with us today. And as I leave the podium, I know that we've already given a warm greeting to State Senator Oscar Brannan. However, I'd like to also take a point of personal privilege on behalf of the North Campus and the college to thank you, Senator Brannan, for your leadership. Your leadership over the years, and particularly over the past few years, has certainly brought forth, I would say, unsurpassed support. And folks, I'm talking about dollars. Okay, and dollars make a great difference. And on a serious note, the state senator has been the one to bring to the college and to the North Campus several $1 million, and up to $10 million just for the North Campus and our School of Justice Training Center. So I'd like for you to recognize him one more time before he's formally introduced. Our state senator for unsurpassed support to Miami-Dade College and to the North Campus in particular. To our incoming e-board, once more, congratulations. I look forward to working with each and every one of you. My door is open to you, literally open. You can step in at any time, and I truly, truly look forward to supporting each and every one of you. And before I leave, let me say just one more thing. Your studies come first. SGA comes second. And I see Ms. Wright over here, your student life director. I see many of your faculty and advisors in the room nodding their heads. But we want you to succeed here at Miami-Dade College in your academics and holistically. So please do not jeopardize your studies for your office in SGA. Find that sweet balance between both and pursue both of those conscientiously. Congrats again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Harrison, for your words of inspiration, especially to our new incoming board. Thank you. So at this time, I have the wonderful privilege of getting to do a brief introduction of our students, because I know you're all eager to hear just a little bit more about them. But before I do, I'd like to invite you to focus on the screens. We have a brief video presentation of our Student Government Association. And that's certainly an open invitation to all our students in the room who, I know many of you are already involved with Student Government Association, but certainly if you're not, wonderful opportunity for you to get involved. And I know this board will make sure that that's easy for you. So now, without further ado, I want to personally introduce all of our members of our new incoming e-board. And I will start off with our historian, Mr. Christopher Bennett. Mr. Bennett is pursuing a pathway to a major in film production, and his career's aspiration is to become a screenplay writer. He graduated from John Ferguson High School, and upon graduation, he plans to transfer to Florida State University. He's an active member in our film society here at North Campus and spends his time working on independent films. He's fluent in both English and Spanish, and his hobbies include reading, listening to music, and attending concerts. His goal in SGA is to document all of the amazing initiatives coordinated by SGA and show students that they too can positively affect the world around them. Welcome to Mr. Bennett. Next, we have our parliamentarian, Ms. Alessandra Pacheco. Ms. Pacheco is a member of the Honors College. She is pursuing a pathway to a double major in international relations and journalism and would like to transfer to Columbia University upon finishing here at MDC. Her career aspirations are to become a field journalist covering countries in crisis. She's also a graduate of John Ferguson Senior High School, fluent in English and Spanish, and she's an active member of our Motto United Nations, and she also works for the Reporter newspaper here at the North Campus. Her hobbies include drawing, special effects makeup, we'll keep that in mind, and playing the piano. And during her term in SGA, she would like to spark a unified force made up of the diverse student body of MDC North Campus. She plans to use this force to aid student body in working together to propel the future forward. Welcome, Ms. Pacheco. Next up, we have our Director of Internal Affairs, Ms. Ana Jardines. Ms. Jardines is pursuing a pathway to a major in architecture and would like to transfer to Florida International University. In the future, she aspires to be an architect, and as being a graduate of Hialeah Miami Lakes Senior High School, she's also fluent in English and Spanish and is currently learning Chinese. Ms. Jardines is an active member of the Psychology Club, and she has a commitment to service, and she's already accumulated over 200 community service hours since she left high school. Her hobbies include painting, drawing, and traveling, and in SGA, one of her goals is to effectively represent the student body as a change maker here at MDC and in the community. Welcome, Ms. Jardines. Next, we have our Public Relations Director, Ms. Shama Torchin. Ms. Torchin is a member of the Honors College, pursuing a pathway to a major in nursing, and would like to transfer to Johns Hopkins University. In the future, she aspires to be a pediatric professional serving children worldwide with a focus on developing countries. She's a graduate of Miami Central Senior High School, fluent in English, Creole, and French. She's active in the community and has compiled more than 130 hours within a 2-year span. Her hobbies include reading, eating, and working, and in SGA, one of her goals is to increase the awareness and advocacy in our student body here at MDC. Welcome, Ms. Torchin. Next up, we have our treasurer, Ms. Alondra Angeles. Ms. Angeles is pursuing a pathway to a major in biology. Her career aspiration is to become a pediatrician, where she hopes to serve families with limited access to health care. Ms. Angeles is a graduate of Dr. Michael Kropp Senior High School and plans to transfer to Florida International University after leaving MDC. She's also fluent in English and Spanish, and her extracurriculars include being an active member of SGA and the Women's Breast and Heart Health Initiative. In her free time, she enjoys reading, drawing, and spending time with her family. During her tenure in SGA, she aims to provide students with leadership and development workshops to enhance interpersonal and public speaking skills. Thank you, Ms. Angeles. Next, we have our secretary, Ms. Mishidael Sayard. I practiced that name earlier today. She is a member of our Honors College, pursuing a pathway to English literature, and would like to transfer to Howard University. In the future, she aspires to be a civil rights attorney, and she's a graduate of North Miami Beach Senior High School. She's fluent in English, Creole, and French. She's an active member of our Black Student Union, PTK Honors Society, and MDC's Integrated Law and Ethics Society clubs here at the North Campus. Last year, she traveled with Alternative Breaks to New Orleans to build homes in the lower 9th Ward as they continued to reestablish the community after Hurricane Katrina. Her hobbies include reading, dancing, and binge movie watching. None of you relate to that, I'm sure. In SGA, one of her goals is to increase involvement on campus by effectively addressing student concerns and needs. Welcome, Ms. Zayard. Next up, we have our executive director, Mr. Ronscardi Mondesir. Mr. Mondesir is an American Dream Scholar pursuing a pathway to a major in biology. His career aspiration is to be a physician with plans to work in his country of Haiti and improve the healthcare practices there. He's a graduate of North Miami Senior High School and hopes to transfer to the University of Florida. Mr. Ronscardi speaks fluent English, Creole, and French, and his extracurricular activities include being an active member of SGA and volunteering at local clinics. In his free time, he enjoys playing basketball, reading, and spending time with his family. And during his tenure in SGA, one of his goals is to ensure that SGA is represented throughout the community by leading various projects and initiatives. Welcome, Mr. Mondesir. Next up, we have our Vice President, Mr. Alvin Acuna. Mr. Acuna is pursuing a pathway to a major in biology. In the future, Alvin would like to own an animal clinic to fulfill his passion of saving the lives of animals. He's a graduate of Monsignor Edward Pace High School and hopes to transfer to the University of Bristol. He's an active member of the Soccer Association and the Student Government Association here at the North Campus. His hobbies include photography, cooking, computer, and helping family in any way possible. His goal in SGA is to unite students campus-wide to strengthen the voice of legislative advocacy in higher education. Welcome, Mr. Acuna. And up last but certainly not least, we have our new SGA president, Ms. Yisbel Alvaro. Ms. Alvaro is a member of the Honors College. She's pursuing a pathway to a major in film production. Her career aspiration is to become a video editor for films, television series, and other forms of digital media. Ms. Alvaro is a graduate of John Ferguson Senior High School and would like to transfer to the University of Southern California upon graduation. She's fluent in English and Spanish, and in her spare time, Yisbel enjoys volunteering both on and off campus. Last year, her community service experience, including volunteering with various organizations such as Yes for Environmental Sustainability, Women's Breast and Heart Initiative, Student Government Association, and working as a North Campus peer tutor. Her hobbies include photography, painting, and playing the flute, We have a lot of talent in this e-board. During her tenure in SGA, Yisbel plans to increase the unity between Student Government Association and the student organizations on campus by strengthening communication and creating a better environment to foster diverse leaders. Let's give our entire e-board a well-deserved round of applause. I'm sure many of you had the same ideas. I was reading through the bios, and this is just a little snippet of a little bit of who they are. They certainly represent the rich diversity that we have in our student body, from language to pathways to interests and pursuits, and that's what makes this such an incredible team. So I look forward to that. So at this time, I'd like to bring up to the podium our outgoing SGA president, Mr. Alexander Delgado, to formally introduce Senator Brannon, who will be conducting the oath of office.
Thank you, Dean Perez. Good morning, everyone. Senator Oscar Brannon was born in Corpus Christi, Texas, and moved to Florida to attend Florida State University, where he received a degree in political science in 2000. Following graduation, he worked in the legislative office of State Representative Kendrick Meek as an intern, and then for the Miami-Dade County Commissions as a legislative aide and public relations coordinator. In 2003, Oscar Brannon was elected to the Miami Gardens City Council and served on the city council for 5 years, including as vice mayor of the city. He was one of the youngest politicians ever elected in Dade County. Oscar Brannon was elected to the Florida House representing District 103 from 2008 to 2011. He ran for the Senate in 2011, where he currently serves as District 35, which includes Miami Gardens, Miramar, and surrounding areas in southern Broward and northern Miami-Dade County. Senator Brannon is the Senate Minority Leader. He serves on several committees, including Appropriations, Environmental and Natural Resources, Banking and Insurance, Ethics and Elections, Regulated Industries, Rules, and the Joint Legislative Budget Commission. Senator Brannon has been featured in Who's Who in Black South Florida, in Success Magazine's 40 Under 40 Most Influential Black Professionals, and featured in Ebony Magazine's 30 Leaders Under 30. He is a member and proud role model of the statewide organization 5,000 Role Models. Senator Brannon has been a staunch supporter and friend of Miami-Dade College and the North Campus in particular for many years. He has championed funding for the college, and in 2014 and this year, 2017, was successful in bringing to this campus $9.2 million to remodel and renovate the gymnasium into the new training center of the School of Justice. Please join me in welcoming a role model for all of us, Senator Oscar Brannon.
Thank you, Alex. In the beginning of the bio, he said I was born in Texas and then came here for college. I was born in Texas, and I spent about 3 months there and then came back home to Miami. My parents are from here. And one of the things I wanted to quickly just speak on was I've been involved in student government since elementary school. I was student body president in the 6th grade at Charles Drew Elementary in Liberty City. I was go one time for Drew. I was student body president at Highland Oaks Middle School because my parents moved to the north end, and then was student body president at North Miami Beach Senior High. Go Chargers. And but the story, I want to tell a quick story about something that I'm about to read about your charge, where when I was in North Miami Beach, me and my friends, one of them had a car, so we drove to lunch every day. So we would drive to lunch every day. So having to go to the mall across the street wasn't really a big thing for us. But what happened was something happened, and 163rd Street Mall decided to ban all students from coming there for lunch. Now, we have a small cafeteria, so if we have one lunch, everybody can't fit in the cafeteria. And the lines got so long that kids were not getting anything for lunch, and there was no other place to eat if you didn't have a car. So there was a complaint. We were complaining, and as a leader, now it didn't affect me because I had a car, but I had to step out and decide to represent my fellow students. So I went to the owners of the mall, the manager of the mall, and talked about how important it was and what did he need from us. And I brokered a deal between the 163rd Street Mall and our principal and the school board to allow us back in on a limited basis on probationary period. But it speaks to the story of speaking up and helping solve the problems of your fellow students, which all of you are elected to do, and I'm sure you will do that. Let me take a quick minute now to read this charge out aloud that all of you should take to heart. At all times while serving office, you will strive within the capacity of the Student Government Association at North Campus to represent the best interests of the student body. Your abilities and efforts will be directed toward implementing the wishes of the electorate, and in no instance will your decisions be influenced by thoughts of personal recognition or gain. On occasions of conflict of interest, the judgments made will be based on the ultimate effect to and for the greater good of the students at North Campus of Miami-Dade College. I will now administer the oath of office. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. Everybody got the right hand up? Okay. I state your name. Yeah, because I couldn't say some of your names so long. Having been duly elected by the student body of Miami-Dade College North Campus, solemnly affirm that I will support and obey the student body constitution and its laws. I recognize and assume herewith the duties and subsequent responsibilities of my position. And I will faithfully discharge the responsibilities of the office of, and state your position. Somebody was a little late on that. They want to say it louder? No problem. Congratulations. And now if you'll please sign your oaths.
Yes, please. Okay, and part of our tradition, now that we have our newly elected SGA board, let's give them another round of applause. I can say this is the new Student Government Association 2017-18 Executive Board for MDC North Campus. Congratulations. So our tradition here is we will now pin them. I'd like to ask Dr. Harrison to join us back on stage to congratulate our new board, and I will pin each of them before we hear from our new president. Thank you. So now we have the distinct pleasure of hearing from our new SGA president, Ms. Yisbel Alvaro.
Good morning. Good morning, campus leaders, faculty, staff, and students. My name is Yisbel Alvaro, and I am pleased to welcome you all to the 2017-2018 Student Government Association Induction Ceremony. Before I proceed, I would like to thank you for the privilege to serve as your SGA president. This year, I have a truly talented and impeccable board by my side. It is an honor to work with these determined, passionate, and civic-minded student leaders. They have already impressed me, and I know they will impress you all. Although the term has just begun, I would like all of you to know how driven we are to carry on the legacy of Student Government Association. I would also like to acknowledge the administrators, faculty, and staff for their tireless dedication, for providing us all with the resources and guidance that we need in order to achieve opportunity through education. I can never thank you enough, for without these opportunities, I might not be where I am today. It is difficult to predict the year ahead of us, but there is one thing I am sure of. It will be an incredible year. As SGA president, I intend to work with each of you to continue making Miami-Dade College North Campus an environment filled with opportunity. In doing so, my executive board and I will serve as your voice and advocate for matters on behalf of all students. We strive to advance student life by addressing the concerns of the student body and empowering them to become the change makers of North Campus. We intend to continue cultivating the abundance of diversity, opinions, and experiences that the students bring to the campus. We will also continue to keep you informed about important legislative issues that will affect not only Miami-Dade College, but the entire Florida college system. I'm so proud to represent a campus that celebrates diversity while also cherishing our similarities. I would like to share a Sanskrit phrase that says, I see myself in all things and all people around me. No matter your position on this campus, we are all pursuing knowledge, pursuing an education, and pursuing a brighter future. I believe through passionate collaboration, we can create change and show that we are a powerful and incredible community. This is why I plan to continue to strengthen the partnerships between student organizations and on-campus services. When we work together and speak with one voice, we can create a foundation for change on our campus and in our community. Student Government Association aims to create a stronger environment to cultivate change makers. We recognize that every student has the ability to be a leader and promote their initiatives to do so. Fortunately, our institution has already created a multitude of change makers over the years. We hope to inspire students to continue making change and progress, not only within their communities, but globally. Together, we can continue to promote diversity, opportunities, and success within Miami-Dade College and show that we are truly the spirit of MDC. Of course, there will be obstacles. My executive board and I recognize that. But we also know that strong and effective teamwork will overcome these obstacles. We have the initiative and are committed to lifting as many of these obstacles as possible for the student body. We pledge to serve, represent, and advocate for our student body and for our community at MDC. Together, we will stand for our individual rights as students, and we will walk through the gateway of opportunity. Thank you.
Well, if that doesn't inspire us to get ready for next year, I don't know what will. Thank you so much, Ms. Salvo. Congratulations again to the entire executive board. I know I look forward to working with each and every one of you individually and collectively for and on behalf of our students this upcoming year. So this now concludes our induction ceremony. I thank you all for coming. Invite all of you to share in a light reception just on the other side of this room. Thank you and congratulations again, and thank you and have a wonderful day.